Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video, folks. I am going to be making another update video on my trades, and we're going to look at my prediction. We're going to see how far off I am. But before we do get into it, I would like to ask everybody to be particularly careful. If you see any messages like this, know that so this is something around a group of people talking about this amazing trader, and to go and check them out on WhatsApp. Know that this is most likely a scam, and these people will probably take your money, and most likely you will never see it back. Do not fall for any of these, nor will I ever ask for money from you or anyone associated with myself. So just ignore these comments and just basically report them if you see them. Also, I would like to point out that I'm not a financial advisor, nor do I pretend to be one, and of course I am not a professional trader, nor do I pretend to be one. This is just what I am doing, and of course my thoughts and opinions on what is happening, how things are going. So that is that out of the way. Let's have a look at the current situation on the market, and of course, first things first, we're going to look at cryptocurrency. Solana seems to be trading. As you can see, we are 0.03% down, but this is just one of those where we're basically trading kind of flat today. And of course, these are the values, and as you can see, pretty much all of the other cryptos are following the top dogs, which of course are Bitcoin and Ethereum. As we've seen, Solana seems to be trending, so that is good. I am going to plan on loading up on XRP. This is one of the cryptos that I want to load up on. Currently it is being suppressed price wise because of the lawsuit it's in. I think once it is out of that lawsuit, we will probably see some nice prices on it. So maybe, I don't know, probably I'm going to make a very estimated guess, say $7, $10 per token. So if we go further down here, Shiba Inu, we are trading at quad 0.2464, so kind of within my expected price range. Now, of course, if you are following the news, or unless you've been living underneath a rock, you should know that Russia has decided to invade Ukraine. So before I do get into the trading, I'm going to say that my prayers go out to the brave Ukrainians that are fighting off the Russians. And I do mean every single word of that. Those people are amazingly brave. They are fighting a very powerful army. And the bravery, I mean, they are an example of bravery to me, at least from where I'm standing. So I hope that they manage to hold out, and that the Russians get more than they bargained for. Let's put it this way, okay? But let's not get into geopolitics. I have my theories around what's going on, why things are happening, but that's not what we're here for. Now let's look at the prediction I made. So actually, there's a couple of things I want to show you because this is quite important. So I'm going to bring up this folder right here. So these with the ones right here are the old predictions I made, but this is something here similar to that, but I noticed a trend. So let's have a look. Okay, we'll bring this up. You can see when I made this particular screenshot right there, that's the date for that. But if you look, we are basically trading in a descending triangle. All right, this is what this is, and this is the day chart. Okay, this is quite important, so we need to look at the bigger picture. And I only realized it quite a while after I made that, and I was like, oh, I should have seen it. So let's have a look at what a descending triangle does. Let's type this up. There we go. And basically, as you can see right here, this is a descending triangle. Normally, this is how it trades, and then we see a further run to the downside. That's basically what that is. So going back to the picture, wherever it is, let's have a look. Yep, there we are. And so, I mean, we're not touching the sides, but we are trading within the triangle itself. It is a descending triangle as well. So I expect this to continue going down. We may touch this line up here, which is at the moment a line of resistance, but I don't think we're going to break out of it anytime soon, at least not until the 15th or 16th of March. So far so good. My prediction is pretty accurate with where we are trading on the daily chart. Let's look at another one. So we'll close this one off because I do have quite a few of them. We'll go to this one. So this is the hourly chart. Oh no, this is the daily chart zoomed in. My apologies. And as you can see, this is where I started my prediction. So far so good. We are sticking to it, which is why I have not bought into Shiba Inu yet. Now, my price prediction as to where it's gonna go, I would say we will probably trade between quad 0.17 to quad 0.10 on the 15th and 16th of March, potentially even lower than that. We may potentially add a 0, but if we do add a 0, it is pretty much going to be for a very short time. So I am going to be setting some buy orders. Of course, I will be paying very close attention to what is happening to the market on those days. I'm holding off because I think that we can get some really good prices, and I think this isn't the lowest, or that is going to be the lowest we'll get in terms of prices for this year, unless something very drastically negative happens. So see over here, this one should be the, what we got. There we go. This is the daily chart, right? So this was taken, as I said, on the 25th. We are currently on the 27th as the time of making this video. And we have been trading more or less within what I have predicted so far. So good, yeah? The others basically don't really matter, but this is basically the resistance line that we are facing. It is going to become at some point a support line, but not just yet. So let's actually have a look at the live chart. So let me open this up, and we are here. So this is the actual live chart. As you can see, I started my prediction right here, and I kind of went diagonally. Now, I did try my best to kind of scribble some straight lines, because obviously we're not just going to trade in a zigzag manner like that. We will have moments where things will go a bit, let's say we'll do a bit of sideways trading, and we might go a bit up, but then we'll just fall back down, because at the moment, I think that Federal Reserve meeting is going to be the one that's going to cause a lot of pressure. So if we zoom out to the daily chart, we can see that we are still within the descending triangle. So this is where we're at. The lines seem to have shifted a bit, which is a bit annoying. It does happen this on the chart, but it is what it is. But as you can see, this is where we've had previous resistances, and then of course it turned into a line of support. Currently, as it stands, this is a support line, and I think we are going to touch it before we get to the 15th of March. So this is somewhere around, I'd say, maybe the 8th of March. We can see that we will probably be getting very close or touching the line, and we will go under, I would say on the 15th, maybe 16th of March. It'll be a very brief rundown, and I expect it to be somewhere between, as I said, price-wise, let's say 17. Let's be generous here. So we'll probably see a quad 0.17 trade, potentially a we get to 10, even lower than that. So I'd say between this right here, within the circle, this is where we're going to trade very briefly. I think the lowest is going to be, I don't know, maybe we might potentially see, I don't know, a 5 zeros and an 8, I'd say. I don't know how accurate this will be, but that is a possibility. So as you can see, still in a downtrend overall. We've not even started the up movement. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Stocks are kind of trading a bit sideways, up and down motion, and I don't expect them to go up anytime soon, at least not until after this date right here. So that is, of course, where I marked it out, as you can see, 15th, 16th of March. So I think after that, we will break out to the upside, and we might potentially be going slightly up. Every time there is going to be a Federal Reserve meeting, we'll see a dip. That'll be a good time to buy. So I think going forward for the rest of the year, I'm just going to wait for the Federal Reserve meetings and basically buying on those days, because that is the lowest it's going to be. But I think for this year, this is the lowest price we'll see as far as crypto in general, Shiba Inu specifically, and of course as far as your big stocks go. So this is where I intend to load up, well, back up the truck, load it up, and then take them all home. Okay, because I think this is the lowest we'll get. At the moment, I am just stockpiling money, adding it to the side, holding on, because this is where I think will be the best time to buy. And that's just my personal opinion. So far, so good. My prediction is kind of holding on. So this is what we look like on the hourly chart, as you can see. So this is a zoom in. I mean, let's see where I started with the prediction. So that actually followed that line, as you can see. And yeah, I mean, I'm not very far off what is currently happening. I do expect that maybe Monday, Tuesday we'll see a dip, or we might trade sideways, but we are not. I mean, we might touch this line at this point. We are getting kind of close to it. We are trying, but I think it's going to go back down, and we'll just see. Now, if you look at it, what we're seeing is we are seeing lower highs. So right there, I'm pointing to them right there, and lower lows, which tells me that we are still in a bear market. Now, of course, a bear market does not last forever, and I expect the change to sort of take place around the 15th and 16th of March. As I said, that is when I'm going to go all in with a lot of stocks and a lot of crypto. That's where I'm loading up. At the moment, I am just sitting back watching the market, playing around with my prediction just to see how far I am off of what will actually be happening. So far, I'm not that badly off. We are still more or less, or the trading is more or less still happening as I predicted it. So we'll see. I mean, alternately, these could potentially be trading like this. So that's a possibility. That's something we may potentially see. But I'll put this back there because that's where it was. I did try and do a bit of like sideways action and a bit of a, run to the top, then fall back down. But this is what I expect to see. Well, I don't think we're going to be breaking through this line of resistance, to be fairly honest. And yeah, that is what I'm up to. This is what I think is going to happen. We're going to see the exact same thing in stocks, in crypto. And as I said, I think the 15th and 16th of March will be a good place to buy. I mean, you can buy these dips if you want to, but I think it's worth waiting because we will get better deals. So, instead of buying here, my opinion is, why buy here at this, let's call it discount, when we can get a better discount if we just wait. And for the money that we invested here, we can get actually more bang for our buck when we invest here. So that's why I'm holding on. I mean, trust me, it was really tempting to buy down here, but unfortunately, I know that this isn't the lowest we're going to go. We are definitely going to surpass this low right here, which was the lowest that Shiba Inu has traded in. Now, I only showed you Shiba Inu because this is what I'm going to be loading on a lot, like heavily. All right, this is what I want to get. I'm going to get lots of XRP as well. And I might pick up some other cryptos like Solana and, of course, some Ethereum, maybe some Bitcoin. Not so sure about Bitcoin. Bitcoin has come to a point where it's moving kind of slowish, but Ethereum is something that I am interested in. Ethereum, I think, has a good chance for a good run this year and in the future, especially once the gas prices are going to be reduced. With that being said and done, that brings us to the end of the video. This is what I'm doing. This is how I'm going to be trading. This is what I'm picking up and when I'm picking it up. There is a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the market. So I am waiting it out, especially seeing as I think that there are better discounts or discounted prices that we can pick them up. On that note, there are a lot of channels that I would say are over optimistic with the prices. I prefer to be realistic, slightly negative, but realistic nonetheless. And this is what I'm playing at, and I do think I will not be too far off we will see. And if you have enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay safe, folks.